Kids Connection, come with me and let's explore. Kids Connection, come with me through the open door. Kids Connection, let's get into God's Word.
Hey, welcome to Kids Connection. Yeah! Today we're going to learn about Jesus' 12 disciples that he called the apostles.
Oh, Tommy, tell them what an apostle is.
Well, Clarice, Jesus took 12 of the disciples, or 12 of his followers, and appointed them to be his apostles, or his leaders, who would be sent out to carry his message. An apostle means one who is sent out.
Yes, very good. Now, who were the 12 apostles?
Okay, we can find that out by looking through the Bible.
In Matthew chapter 10, verses 1 through 4, we learn about who the apostles were. It says that Jesus was summoning his 12 disciples. He gave them authority over unclean spirits to drive them out and to heal every disease and sickness. These are the names of the 12 apostles. First, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the tax collector, James, the son of Alphaeus, and Thaddaeus, Simon, the zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him.
So, what do we know about the 12 apostles?
Well, from the Bible, we know a lot about some of them, and not very much about others. Let's go through them one by one.
First was Peter. Peter's real name was Simon. He was also called Cephas. The name Cephas is Aramaic, and the name Peter is from the Greek. These are both nicknames that mean rock. Sometimes Peter is called Simon Bar-Jonah. Bar-Jonah is from the Aramaic, meaning son of Jonah.
Interesting.
Yonah, not Yoda.
Oh,
Anyway, back to the list.
We know more about Peter than any of the other disciples. Peter was a fisherman, and he was born in Bethsaida and lived in Capernaum. Peter was the only disciple we know of that was married. He was often the first one to speak up. He got out of the boat to walk on water. Peter was ready to fight for Jesus in the garden, but he denied that he ever knew Jesus before the rooster crowed the next morning. However, even though Peter denied Christ then, he would be the most influential of all the original 12 apostles, taking the good news of Jesus to the Jewish world. Second was Peter's younger brother, Andrew. Andrew, Peter, James, and John had all listened to John the Baptist. Andrew was the first to follow Jesus and then brought his brother, Peter, to Jesus. Like Peter, Andrew was also a fisherman. Third was James. The brothers James and John were the sons of Zebedee. Jesus gave them the nicknames Boanerges, or Sons of Thunder. James and John, like Peter and Andrew, were fishermen. They also came from Capernaum. Along with Peter, James and John were a part of Jesus' inner circle. They were the guys he took with him when he went to pray. Fourth was John, James's little brother. He is known as the disciple Jesus loved.
you mean that Jesus didn't love the other disciples?
No, that's not what that means. John wrote the Gospel of John, and when he talked about himself, instead of writing, "Hey, this is me," he wrote,
The disciple Jesus loved?
"Exactly.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
I just did." Anyway, back to the apostles.
John not only wrote the Gospel of John, but he wrote the letters of John. And then, when he was exiled on the island of Patmos, he wrote the book of Revelation. Fifth was Philip. What do we know about Philip? He was from Bethsaida, just like Peter and Andrew, and he brought Bartholomew to see Jesus. Sixth was Bartholomew. He was also called Nathaniel. Bartholomew is an Aramaic name, meaning son of Ptolemy. He was from Cana. and was a friend of Philip. 7th was Thomas. Thomas's name is from the Aramaic, also called Didymus from the Greek. Both names mean twin, so maybe Thomas was a twin. Thomas is often known as Doubting Thomas because he said that he would not believe that Jesus had risen from the dead unless he saw it for himself. But don't be too hard on Thomas. He was very loyal to Jesus. When Thomas thought that Jesus would be killed in Bethany, he said, "Let us also go, that we may die with him." 8th was Matthew. Matthew was known as Levi, the son of Alphaeus. Matthew was a tax collector. Tax collectors were looked down upon because they were seen as traitors and thieves. But that is just the kind of people that Jesus came to save. The Gospel of Matthew is attributed to him. 9th was James the Less. James, the son of Alphaeus, was called James the Less, or James the Younger, probably to keep from confusing him with James, the son of Zebedee. 10th was Simon the Zealot. Simon is sometimes called the Canaanian, which means zealot. Zealots were like the Pharisees, but they were zealous or ready to see the Jewish people liberated, and they thought only God was supposed to be their ruler. 11th was Thaddaeus. Thaddaeus is also known as Judas, Lebbaeus, Jude, or the son of James. And the 12th disciple was Judas. Judas Iscariot betrayed Jesus to the Jewish religious leaders and the Romans for 30 pieces of silver.
Wow, that's a lot of names to remember.
Yeah, but here is a song you can use to remember all of the 12 apostles' names.
Jesus called them one by one, Peter, Andrew, James, and John. Next came Philip, Thomas too, Matthew, and Bartholomew. Yes, Jesus called them. Yes, Jesus called them. Yes, Jesus called them. He called them one by one. James, the one they call the Less, Simon, also Thaddaeus, the 12th apostle Judas made. Jesus was by him betrayed. Yes, Jesus called them. Yes, Jesus called them. Yes, Jesus called them. He called them one by one.
Cool song, Tommy.
Thanks. The apostles were ordinary men whom God used to accomplish his plan and to change the world. They were not perfect, but God still used them. God can use you too, if you'll let him. It's bonus time! Woohoo! Hey, Clarice, are you ready for some jokes?
Oh, sure.
Okay, what kind of car did the disciples drive?
Oh, I don't know.
A Honda, because they were all in one accord.
Oh, very funny. How about this one? How do you know that Peter was a rich fisherman?
Well, I don't know.
Because of his net income.
Oh, Clarice. Oh, that's pretty good. Hey, how about this one? How do you know Jesus had a phone?
Oh, I don't know.
Because he called the 12 disciples.
Oh, very good. Hey, what kind of boat did James and John go fishing in?
Well, I don't know.
A discipleship.
Oh, a discipleship. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey, we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Yes, let's go find the discipleship.
I don't think that's a real ship.
It's a joke.
Oh, Reese, you're so funny. Okay.